held your own. Here's a line shot. Middle right side of the second base back. Low glove by Jefferson. Plants, fires in time. Retires Moreno for out number one. Better start to the inning for Mac Lemieux as they trail 3-0.
It just rolls right off your tongue. It's amazing. It's one thing to hear it. It's another thing to sit next to while you do it.
Well, it was a lot different when you weren't here before.
I was going to say, you had
quite
a few hits to call around. Hopefully the fastball command gets a little sharp here as the game moves on.
Yeah, I performed better in front of a crowd. But have you ever been here before?
I have. I was about 11 years old. I embarrassed myself on the speed pitch. My older brother beat me. I went home crying. I told my father I never want to come back here again.
There's a deep drive center field, but Wilson hardly has to move. Now a few steps back, reaches up, makes a backpedaling grab. Round number two quick outs here in the top of the second. We've got Barstool Carl here.
Bring me back more often for the homestand. I'd say I'm sure the manager would love to know, at least the pitching coach, that they're getting quick, efficient outs while I'm in the booth, Joe.
We're going to have an extra seat for the rest of the week if you got nothing else planned.
We're not doing anything, are we? We got my camera guy over here. We're not doing anything. Joe, so tell me what your favorite thing is about calling games here. This is a beautiful ballpark.
It is. No, it's a nice place to be. It's just fun to watch baseball all season long, all summer long, and be a part of it. It's cool to have an affiliation. Diamondbacks have been great. It's also fun having guys like you pop in. We had Hawk Harrelson here a couple months ago.
Yeah, well, you have I like all the respect to Hawk Harrelson, but your voice sounds a lot smoother. Like if I had to wake up to an alarm clock, I'd rather have your voice as the alarm clock than and not his quality.
Well, that alarm clock was a pretty big turnout,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oof, that was a nasty little hook he just threw there.
That's his pitch. If that's going well, he can have a lot better of a day. It's a 1-1 count now to Jonah Todd. Better day for your Cubs today, though, huh?
Hey, you know what? They're rolling a little bit. I love my Cubbies. I love covering them for Barstool Sports. This is a little slow chop to the right side if I got this. He throws it over to first. That's a quick out. We got a quick inning there, Joe. I bet you wish they were all this quick, don't you?
Barstool Carl doing some play-by-play. There he is.
Sorry to steal it, guys. How much more time do we have on Facebook Live before I got to give it to the White Sox counterpart?
How much time do you want? Where can people find you? I know on Twitter.
I'm on Twitter. I'm at Barstool Carl. I am a very objective Cubs fan. And I know one great thing about Cubs fans is they're very passionate, but sometimes they need to hear the truth. And I'd say if there's one thing that distinguishes me against other Cubs people is I try to keep it as honest as possible. Joe, it's because I'm from the South Side.
And nothing wrong with that, right?
All right, we're going to turn it over here in a little bit.
Yeah, we can go to break. We'll let Dave in. Okay. You want to stick around or no?
Yeah, I'm going to stick around.
You want to stick around for another half?
Yeah, I'm doing a half.
All right. We'll take a break, and we'll have Barstool Carl on here in the bottom of the second, AM 1280 WBIG.
Hi. A couple of weeks ago, my car started squealing. Yeah. So I want to replace my brake pads. Wow, you really know your stuff? Well, I've got a lot to do. I think I'm going to need some...
Coffee?
Yeah.
At Advanced Auto Parts, we have the quality parts you want to get the job done. Okay, it's starting to feel really weird.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing.
Advanced Auto Parts. Let's get you back on the road.
Just around the corner from the Tivoli Theater, you'll find 12 wooden lanes tucked beneath the auditorium. Tivoli Bowling Center is a place where the entire family will feel right at home. Have your kid's birthday party here or join a bowling league. If you watch a movie at the Tivoli Theater or Ogden 6th, bring in your ticket to receive your first game of bowling for free. Call in at 630-969-0660 and ask about their dollar bowling, summer activities, and more. Tivoli Bowling Center in Downers Grove.
OMG Brunch Boutique on York Street in Elmhurst is a thoughtfully detailed restaurant with a global ambience and a consignment artisan boutique. OMG, their menu is a unique global brunch cuisine made in-house by their chefs with the freshest ingredients. OMG, from OMG's breakfast signature dish, espressos, gourmet specialty pancakes, Korean chicken barbecue tacos, and flatbread sandwiches. OMG, open 7 days a week from 7:30 to 3.
outs.
And here I am ready to say I think he's a first pitch swinger. I'm sitting here looking at the stats trying to familiarize myself, and he's got 2 walks and 60 plate appearances. I thought we are going to get some early action. I look up, and here's a charge in a left center.
That was a quick assessment.
That was, thank you. I spent a lot of time looking at stats just like you spent a lot of time calling baseball games.
We've got Barstool Carl here. White Sox Dave should be joined with us in about the next half inning as Luis Silverio digs in from the right side. Vincent's pitch. A ball low and outside. You've got any good guests for Red Light Radio coming up?
Yeah, I met with Kenny yesterday after the Cubs game, and we're going to get him on for about a half hour. A fun one in the fall.
There's a line shot, right field, coming in. Shookneck to his left, catch on the line, out number 2.
Pretty tough play as the sun sets there out in right field. I bet you've seen the right fielders struggle a little bit with some plays.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. The one thing is there's not much wind here.
Okay.
So they have that to their benefit. But a lot of times earlier in the season, the sun sets a little bit later, and the first baseman and first base coach sometimes have a problem with it too.
Now here's 23, Stephen Smith. He's a little bit like Kyle Schwarber. I mean, I'm sure he hears it every day, but you can't ignore it, can you?
So we were out in Arizona, and I honestly, because Schwarber was here, and I saw him, I'm like, what is Kyle Schwarber doing in a Diamondbacks uniform?
Why is he right-handed now? Why is he hitting righty?
Exactly. I mean, he looks like him. He plays the outfield too. It's wild. A funny story. One of his teammates actually put up a picture of him and Schwarber next to the stairwell leading down into the field.
Jeez.
I don't think I think he's okay
they got
with
a
it.
touch. I think it was Adam Walton, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I'll just make a point here if he
Go for
takes this. So I'm a little confused why the pitcher, after recording 2 quick outs to start the inning, he's got a 3-run lead. He opens up with the first pitch slider here to Steven. That's not what I'd be doing. I'd probably just be pounding the strike zone and letting these guys, put the ball in play a little bit. You got a 3-run lead.
Here's the 1-1. Jammed inside, missed inside, 2-1.
Not trying to be critical. I know these guys are still learning the game, but it's
you've been here 2
you
innings.
got to be observational. You got to be watching what's going on.
A lot of these guys, I think, are trying to start to pitch backwards against these players. 2-1. That's upstairs and inside. 3-1. 2 strikes.
Now see how quickly it turns to 3-1, Joe.
Exactly. That's a good point. Now, how well did you know Adam Walton?
A little. Unfortunately, we didn't get to cross over together. We missed each other by a year, but his reputation is about as strong as it can get. And I'd say, a little dribbler left foul here, now full count. Adam's parents are amazing. And one thing, as you become an alumni, I played at the University of Illinois for 4 years, from 2007 to 2010. And when you got out, it really is like joining a family and going back and watch the team. When Adam was a freshman, his parents were the first people to come up to you in the parking lot and say, hey, how you doing? I want to get introduced to you. It really is a family, and Adam's a remarkably special kid.
Yeah, it's pretty unique how he's from here, too, and now playing with the Cougars. 3-2, jammed inside, ball 4.
He is a little Schwarber there taking that. It's a close pitch to take. We were joking around before the game. My buddy asked me, he goes, where do you think Adam Walton's staying while he's here? And I said, I think he's probably staying back home. He went to Stevenson High School, and you got to think, what a luxury to be as a ball player. A lot of these guys are so far away from home, staying with host families, trying to do everything they can to get by. It's got to be great for him to be able to, and you talked about how wonderful his parents are to be able to spend time with them on a regular basis.
Yeah, no, it's a very unique thing, and a lot of people don't really understand that. As Jefferson chops at third base side, gloved at the chest by Fecto. He'll go to second for the lead out over at second. That'll end this second frame. Still 3-0 Burlington. Well, any advice for White Sox Dave?
Well, I'd say you got a guy with you here. You got to keep him on a short leash. He can get upset when he gets upset. I'm sure we'll just say when he gets upset, we want to keep him in line a little bit. Okay, Joe?
Thanks a lot, Barstool Carl.
Thanks a lot,
Great having you.
Yes, sir.
We'll go into the third, AM 1280 WBIG.
Whether you are starting a new business, moving your business to a new location, or need upgrading or refurbishing of your existing office furniture, ABI Furniture Warehouse is there to assist you. ABI Furniture is the most trusted name in the office furniture industry today. With over 3 decades in the business, they've helped hundreds of businesses obtain the look they desired with beautiful office furniture. They have everything your business will need to show success. From customized workstations, beautiful reception areas, one-of-a-kind custom desks, and conference tables, and hundreds of chairs to choose from. At ABI Furniture Warehouse, excellence isn't just a word they throw around. It's what they strive for with each and every customer they serve. Why not stop by and see what they're talking about? Visit ABI Furniture Warehouse at 2115 East New York Street in Aurora, or give them a call at 630-236-0505. ABI Furniture Warehouse, where value is always in style.
When nothing but the finest chocolate will do, experience Graham's Chocolate in Geneva and Wheaton. Handmade, hand-dipped, the ultimate taste in fine chocolate and ice cream. Visit Graham's Chocolate on the web today at grahamschocolate.com. Place an order and have it shipped anywhere in the continental United States, temperature permitting. Don't forget that Graham's Chocolate is home to the finest milkshakes, too. Graham's Chocolate in Geneva and Wheaton, and on the web at grahamschocolate.com. That's grahamschocolate.com.
Top of inning number 3 here at Northwestern Medicine Field. We're alongside White Sox Dave here at Northwestern Medicine Field. How's it going?
It is going great. This is so nostalgic for me growing up in Warrenville. It's like I'm a
you're a hometown kid.
hometown kid.
Now, you said you were here at the first Schwarber game.
First Schwarber game.
And then, do you have any other earlier memories?
Yeah, I've won about, I think, 1,300 straight speed pitches here growing up.
Well, that's
kind of one of my claims. That's a nice hit right there.
Line drive into left center field, a leadoff single for Julian Leone. His second of the day. Cougars trailing 3-0 here in the top of the third. So is that why your name and plaque is about the speed pitch over here?
It's probably named after me, right?
Yeah.
They were talking to me about it. I said I wanted residuals, but they said, nah, I don't think we can do that.
Did you throw today?
I have not yet, but we are getting out there in the next couple innings.
Now, you did it last year at the Cell, when it was named the Cell. 86?
88.
88.
Don't shortchange me.
No, that's why I'm asking straight from the horse's mouth. Here's Richie Fecto with a runner on. 3-0 Burlington in the top of the third inning. We got White Sox Dave joined with us here in the booth. As the first pitch is grounded right side. That'll find the hole into right field. Leone up to second base. Couple of back-to-back singles to begin this third inning. We were talking with Barstool Carl a little bit.
Did he mention he played Division I baseball
He did.
and threw 86 and was a middle reliever like the entire time?
He did.
That shocks me, actually.
Not the entire time. You guys probably get along really well together. Huh?
Oh, yeah. We're best friends. Except we just, try to fight each other 90% of the time.
So when you guys aren't in front of a big crowd, what do you like together?
I don't know, just like this.
Just like this?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's good big brother, little brother
Yeah, he's a
mentality.
little brother.
It's kind of a good cop, bad cop thing, would you say?
That's a perfect way to describe it, I'd say.
Here's Brendan Morgan hitting for the right side. Lemieux with the glance over at second, kicking the pitch. Low and in for a 1-0 count. Said you guys got Crane Kenny coming up on a red line.
Crane Kenny. We got Jenny Finch. She's my new mortal enemy, if you didn't know that.
I did. I wasn't going to bring it up. I was going to let you do it.
Yeah, she's my new mortal enemy, and she's coming on to say her piece on why she didn't want to face me last week at the Chicago Bandits game.
Down in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes, as it was kept in front by Christie. Do you want to announce why she's your moral enemy, or we'll just keep that under wraps?
Well, the Bandits asked us to come out and similar to what we're doing tonight, and they're like, yeah, you're going to face Jenny Finch. I'm like, let's do it. Let's set it up right now. I'm going to, hit a ball to the moon off of her, and then she backed out. So, Jenny Finch, this is the third time I've called you out. Next year, be there and actually be ready to pitch.
Couple runners on for Lemieux, nobody out. Lefty on righty is a couple of checks over at second base. 2-0. There's a strike just
What's
over
his
the
pitcher's
outside
name?
edge. Mac Lemieux.
Mac Lemieux.
Yeah, last name. That's his page
there
right
we go.
there.
He needs to finish a little better.
Finish
a little better. He's not repeating his motion too well.
Okay.
On every pitch. You want to have the same motion for every single pitch you're throwing, same release point. What's the count right now? 2-1?
Yep. Here it comes. Bouncer, third base side, down the third base side, and that's going to score at least one. Leone rounding third. He'll come home. Collecting it on the corner is Smith. Getting the green light is Fecto. Play at the plate.
Nice.
Fecto is safe. Now the play's at third. They get Morgan. So it's a 2-run double for Brendan Morgan. It's 4-0 Burlington. Either 5-0 Burlington, but the Cougars get the runner out at third, one away. A lot just went on right there.
You guys are artists on how you do this.
Oh, thank you.
I'll just be Hawk Harrelson. How about that? I'll just swear at umpires.
He was here not too long ago.
Doing what? Calling games?
No, he popped in. We had him for a speaking event.
Did he talk about Yaz and Billy Williams?
Not as much as I wanted to. He talked about Ted Williams a little bit. He said that all of the superstars back in his day would be superstars nowadays. But the difference is the middle tier players back in the day would be worse than the middle tier players these days.
I love Hawk Harrelson. I'm going to go ahead and agree to disagree.
Okay.
I don't think that Ted Williams would be able to catch up to Max Scherzer or Clayton Kershaw fastball. Maybe. You never know, but that's weird to think about, I guess. I mean, this is like one of my favorite stats ever. Babe Ruth was hitting more home runs than entire teams when he was playing.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously, what's the worst team in baseball hitting?
Well, Giancarlo Stanton was just doing that
That's very
since July something, same amount of home runs as the San Francisco Giants.
Is he really doing that right now?
Not throughout the whole season. I want to say from a time frame which was...
Okay, for like a month or whatever. Yeah. That's incredible in and of itself.
Who's been your favorite guest on Red Line Radio so far?
Everybody loves the Brian Anderson interview because it was completely unabridged, and I remember asking him afterwards. I'm like, hey, do you really want all of that said? And he's like, you're not allowed to cut anything. I want every single thing I said in there. And Rick Hahn obviously is a big fan of the program, I guess. He's the whole joke is that I'm good friends with him, but he's been great to me. Lets me do my thing, and I can't appreciate him more for it because he doesn't need to pay a single attention to me. And next thing you know, he's on our
giving you
podcast.
Some love, yeah,
giving you some love. So
5-0 Burlington. We're at the top of the third, joined by White Sox Dave here in the Cougars booth. There's a runner at second with one out. Brandon Sandoval hitting from the right side as Lemieux stares in. Lefty ready for the first pitch to the Burlington center fielder, and it's taken inside, and they skip the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes.
So Burlington is not going to swing at another off-speed pitch as long as Lemieux's in this game.
He has a very good curveball when it works.
But they don't have to swing at it. They can just take it.
They don't.
I mean, eventually he's going to have to throw a strike in the strike zone, and right now he's struggling to do that.
Have you ever thought about coaching?
I do coach.
You do? I did know that. Where?
I had a travel program, Chicagoland Chargers. We have 4 or 5 guys in Division I programs now. We don't have any teams right now because I'm so busy. I worked with a White Sox scout who is also extremely busy right now. So we took the year off, but it's a lot of recruiting, a lot of effort, and we get a lot of good players in the program.
Another glance over at second from Lemieux. The 1-1 swung on and missed.
Right there.
Yeah, there's the off-speed pitch. The 1-2 count to Sandoval. You have an okay day, though? I mean, everyone treating you all right here?
Yeah, this is home, like I said. I love everyone. I'm a West Suburban guy. These nice, homely people,
Well, you keep talking about Rick Hahn. You've got the shirt. You're selling the shirts. What's your favorite move by him so far?
Man, that's a tough one.
Or at least, my original question was, who is your favorite prospect acquired by Rick Hahn so far?
See, everyone's kind of down on Mancata right now, but Yoan Moncada has the tools that, the popular way to describe Yoan Moncada is that if you were American, grew up in Miami or Chicago or Los Angeles, he wouldn't be playing baseball. He'd be a running back at Alabama or eventually playing for the Bears, because he's that athletic, he's that physically gifted. But luckily enough, he grew up in a country where he fly ball to right field.
So very underneath it, he'll make the catch. There's out number 2 for Lemieux, is staying at second base is McDonald. Well, I mean, he's come up. He's done just about what everyone has expected from him. Here he is right here on the Prospect Handbook.
Yeah, exactly, right on the Prospect Handbook.
But, I mean, how about his eye, his on-base percentage?
You can't see. I'd rather have a player that you have to teach how to hit, make contact, than teach an approach.
Right.
It's much easier to fix a mechanic in a swing than it is to fix your brain and how you approach in a bat. So that he's got the hard part down already. Now it's just making contact, learning how the pitchers are attacking him, learn how to attack the pitchers on how they're attacking him, and eventually he's just going to take off. I don't think he'll ever be a 330 guy, but if he's hitting 280 and with a near 400 on base percentage with 25 home runs at second base, that is an unbelievably valuable player. That's third base numbers, and that's what you expect out of a third baseman, not a second baseman.
0-1 is upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. 5-0 Burlington here in the top of the third inning. Have you heard anything about Fernando Tatis Jr.?
He's destroying the ball right now.
He is.
Yeah.
I believe
that
me.
was kind of my fault.
Your fault?
A little bit.
Oh, because you broke the news?
I broke that news, and
you didn't make the news though.
I didn't make the news, but apparently because I was running my mouth a week before that deal was actually it actually was wrapped up and done. And I nailed every single part of it. And Rick Hahn told me, like, you created a ton of awkwardness between the White Sox and the Padres organization. And I'm like, I honestly was just some idiot on the internet trying to, like, kind of not make
Stir
a name
the pot?
for myself. Stir the pot a little bit. And, and no disrespect to Rick or the White Sox organization or any of the scouts, but at this point, you see what Fernando Tatis is doing, and I kind of wish that trade would have fell apart because of me, because it would have been for the better of the White Sox.
I only bring him up because we don't see the White Sox prospects. We saw him for Fort Wayne.
He was in the Midwest League last year, or now this year.
Yeah, this is White Sox Dave. Where can they find you? At White Sox Dave on Twitter, right?
At Barstool WSD.
That's right. That's the Barstool Guys. They're here in Northwestern Medicine Field. If you're tuned into the bathrooms, go and check them out down in the left field line. We'll have the bottom of the third coming up. 5-0 Burlington, AM 1280 WBIG.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first learn to appreciate its carefully selected ingredients.